Hey everybody, Dean here with Mitchell Fitness Solutions and a Mitchell method for you. So I'm going to use my experience this morning as an opportunity to educate you guys on some very, very key things. And this does pertain to my dad bod journey. That said, females especially, I want you to listen up on this video. This is something that I definitely think, as a general rule, more females are dealing with than males. This pertains to everybody. These are two key principles that 100% are implemented in my programs, regardless of who you are, what gender you are, what you're trying to accomplish physically. These are some key principles that are a necessity in your program. Okay, so listen up. Today, I trained legs this morning and I did cardio. Obviously, I'm on my dad bod journey, so I'm trying to make these changes. So I want to talk about a couple things that I not only did myself, but I kind of witnessed. So we'll start with, let's start with cardio, okay? So today I'm doing my cardio. I did 35 minutes. That's all I had time for today so far. And I'm on the step mill, doing my thing. And next to me, a gentleman is doing the step mill as well, and he's working tremendously hard. I mean, this guy is huffing and puffing and sweating, and he's getting it done, okay? And he was a larger guy. So I'm not 100% certain. I can't speak for him, but I'm fairly sure that he was trying to reduce some body fat by doing his cardio. That's great. That's the way to do it. However, there's a key fundamental that he's missing, and this is 100% crucial. Otherwise, he's literally wasting his time, which unfortunately is what he did today. So he's working hard. I mean, his heart rate's through the roof. He's sweating. He can barely breathe. So let's talk about what's going on in that situation, because I'm sitting next to him. I'm barely breaking a sweat. I'm just kind of moving along, doing my thing, watching my heart rate. As far as how many calories I burned today, no idea. I don't really care. All that I care about is actually what I'm burning. Okay, and I get that a lot when I talk to people. I did my favorite spin class today and I burned 700 calories. My first question to them is, well, what did you burn? After their eyes have gone crossed and come back to center, I usually start to educate them. Okay, because again, if you're in a situation where you're trying to reduce body fat and you're doing so through cardio, that's an outstanding way of doing it if you're doing it right. So if you're too intense when you're doing your cardio, if your heart rate is through the roof, if you're huffing and puffing and you're sweating like this gentleman was next to me, unfortunately at that point all you're burning is sugar and muscle. Okay, so if you're in your head saying, wow, I did an hour of cardio and I burned 700 calories and it all came from fat, you're sadly mistaken. Okay, it's actually a much lower intensity that accomplishes that. Okay, and the beauty of that is that means you don't have to work as hard for that entire hour. But again, it's a very challenging thing to get people in the habit of, because the old thought process is I have to go as fast as I can, for as long as I can, for as hard as I can. Wrong, okay? There's benefits to that, but it's not in relation to fat burning, okay? And that's what we're talking about today. So that was cardio. Now, on to nutrient timing. This is something that I feel 9 out of 10 people, when I ask them, they completely fail on this. And unfortunately, this will stop all progress, okay? So like I said this morning, I did legs and then I did cardio. Let's say for conversation purposes, I had skipped my breakfast today. I didn't have time. The kids were crazy, whatever, and I didn't get it in. Still came to the gym and I did my legs. So obviously in that leg workout, I'm asking my body to make some changes. And those changes should be, I want to get my legs leaner, harder, stronger. All those physical changes are what I'm looking for. That's what I'm asking my body to do. If I'm on an empty stomach, okay, because I didn't eat breakfast and I slept and I fasted for 6 to 8 hours. So we know I'm on an empty stomach. If, let's say for conversation purposes, while I'm training legs, I burn 500 calories doing it. My question is, where did those 500 calories come from? Those of you out there watching that just said in your head, well, they came from fat, unfortunately, you're completely wrong. If that was the case, like I've said before, I would be unemployed and out of business. Where those calories are actually coming from is they're coming from muscle. It's called being in a catabolic state. This is detrimental to your progress, okay? Think about it. It's completely backwards. If I'm asking my body to put on this lean muscle that drives my metabolism, it makes me look great in clothes, even better out of clothes. Those are the changes I want to see, but I'm sacrificing muscle. I'm eating my muscle to make that happen. Doesn't get any more counterproductive, does it? So those of you out there that are watching this that are constantly exercising on an empty stomach, you're constantly doing your exercise regimen and then cardio, and then maybe you'll throw in an aerobics class on top of that, and you're doing all this on an empty stomach, you're 100% wasting your time, okay? I'll say it again. You are wasting your time and you're spinning your wheels, okay? So For me personally, if I had, for whatever reason, missed my breakfast, I would have 100%, even though it was already planned, I would have skipped my workout today. 100%. Because again, it's more detrimental. It's going to have more of a negative impact on my results, on my goals, than any type of a positive I would see from it. So, other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time at Mitchell Fitness Solutions.